sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.
So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1 here, and it's been a while since I did an update on my Dark Magician deck for the 2020 metagame. This Dark Magician deck is truly competitive, and I try to build my decks as competitive as possible to try to actually compete in today's metagame. Top tier, god tier, whatever you guys want to call it, this deck is fire. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. For those of you here on the channel for the very first time, consider hitting the subscribe button, and make sure you guys turn on this. Oh my god, do I even have to tell you? Explode that thing and smash, uppercut, elbow again for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Guys, new Secret Beast playmat available today. The brand new Demigod playmat. Make sure you guys use the coupon code GOD10 for 10% off your brand new Secret Beast playmat. Alright guys, I won't waste any more time. Without further ado, let's get started with the brand new competitive Dark Magician deck profile for the July 2020 format. Alright guys, let's do it.
It's time to duel!
Alright guys, welcome to the competitive Dark Magician deck profile. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So first and foremost, you want to play, of course, triple Dark Magician. You can't play a Dark Magician deck without Dark Magician, of course. And it's very important to maximize someone actually playing 3 copies of Dark Magician right here. You're not Yu-Gi-Moto if you're not playing 3 Dark Magicians. So 3 copies of these guys, you must play 3. Absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. If anybody knows anyone with 2 extra copies of DDS Dark Magician, let me know in the comment section below. Alright, so 3 Dark Magician. Next I'm playing, of course, the 1 Dark Magician girl. She's in here because of Magician Souls, and also at the same time, Soul Servant is super broken if you control Dark Magician girl in the graveyard, because it essentially becomes Pot of Greed every single turn. The fact that you're able to draw 2 cards by the cost of just sending Dark Magician girl to the graveyard using Magician Souls is absolutely incredible. So potentially with Souls and also Soul Servant, you can potentially draw up to 4 cards every single turn, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? So Dark Magician Girl is really important when it comes to Soul Servant draws, so I play 1 copy of her in the deck. Next off for your starters, you're gonna play, of course, triple Magician Souls. Card is absolutely incredible. You can reel this card in your hand, send 1 level 6 or higher spellcaster monster from your deck to your graveyard, either special summon this card to your side of the field, or special summon a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your graveyard, which is absolutely incredible. So on the reveal of Magician Souls, it is a cost to either dump a Dark Magician Girl or a Dark Magician from your deck to the graveyard. And like I said earlier, this is why Dark Magician Girl becomes really important, because you can easily send her or Dark Magician to the graveyard, so that way you can get the most out of your Soul Servant's draw ability, right? So having these 2 in the graveyard is absolutely insane. So you can either special summon Souls to your side of the field to draw more cards, or you can send it to the graveyard to either special summon one of these guys from your graveyard, which is pretty good, right? So triple Magician Souls is absolutely mandatory to play in this Dark Magician based deck. Next off, this is the best normal summon in the deck. Here's triple Magician's Rod. This is the card that you always want to normal summon on your first turn, which is absolutely incredible. The fact that it's able to search any of your Dark Magician spell or trap card directly from your deck to your hand is absolutely incredible. And the fact that it's able to recycle itself from your graveyard, so that way that you can replenish your resources, is amazing as well, right? So this is the only card that you want to prioritize on normal summoning. But if you don't open up with Magician's Rod, another good normal summon in the deck is definitely Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. This card is still pretty good. If this card resolves, you're pretty much Pot of Greeding on the very first turn, right? So it's either you want a normal summon Rod or the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. I definitely prefer the Rod, but you know, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy is still a pretty good backup plan if you open up this instead of Magician's Rod, right? You still get to draw 2 cards, which is absolutely incredible. But Magician's Rod is by far the best normal summon in the entire deck. So that's pretty much for your monsters. Let's go off to our spells. For the spells, very standard. Triple Dark Magical Circle. You want to maximize someone actually playing 3 copies of this card. And this card right here reveals the top 3 cards of your deck, just like Duality. And then you get to add a Dark Magician or a spell or trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text, which is incredible. And the reason why Dark Magical Circle is crazy is because of its secondary ability. The fact that it has an interruption built into this card is what makes this card ridiculous. If you have multiple copies of Dark Magical Circle in the field, it is no problem, because Magician Souls can just send 1 of them to the graveyard to help you draw cards. So it isn't a problem if you see multiple copies of these cards anyways, but it's really important because it is a starter card, and also at the same time the fact that it's able to banish any problematic cards on your opponent's field during either player's turn is absolutely crazy. So So maximize over and actually seeing circle is a must-have. So playing 3 circle is definitely mandatory. And next off, for the best draw card for Dark Magician is triple Soul Servant. This card is insane. This card allows you to stack any Dark Magician or a card that specifically lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl in its text, either from your graveyard, hand, or deck to the top of your deck, which is amazing. You can banish this card from your graveyard to draw X amount of cards depending on the amount of Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl that you have in the graveyard. If you have Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, you're drawing 2. If you only have 1 Dark Magician Girl or 1 Dark Magician, you're drawing 1 card. But if you have both of them in the graveyard, you're drawing 2 cards, which is absolutely ridiculous. That draw effect is only once per turn, but the stacking ability, it is not once per turn, which is amazing. So the fact that you're able to draw 2 cards every single turn is what makes this deck insane. So you want to try to draw 2 every single time, and that's why it's really important to play Dark Magician Girl in this deck, because of the fact that we can abuse Soul Servant's draw ability to its fullest potential. So Soul Servant is just insane. Playing 3 copies of this card is so nice, and also at the same time it helps with circle as well. If you need to see a certain card, you can go Soul Servant and then activate circle to guarantee that ad, right? So triple Soul Servant is absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. Also at the same time, it is not bad sending this card to the graveyard to trigger off Soul's ability, right? So triple Soul Servant is amazing. And next off for the one-ofs is Secrets of Dark Magic, and last but not least, the Illusion Magic. To round off with your Dark Magician spell cards in the deck, Illusion Magic searches your Dark Magician. Secrets of Dark Magic helps you make the Dark Magician fusion, which is absolutely incredible, right? So 1 of each. Next off for your support cards, you're gonna play, of course, triple Foolish Burial Goods and also 1 Metal Fool's Fusion. This card essentially becomes like a pot of greed if you have Dark Magician and also Dark Magician Girl in the graveyard. So you can go Foolish Burial, dump Soul Servant, banish yourself, draw 2 cards. Amazing. Metal Fusion, you can go Foolish Burial Goods, send Metal Fusion, shuffle it back into the deck, draw 1. Also at the same time, Metal Fusion becomes really good with Magician's Soul. So you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, draw 1 off Souls, and then draw another 1 off Fusion, right? So the goods and also the Metal Fool's Fusion package is still mandatory to play in the deck. You're drawing a bunch of cards in this deck, which is really crazy. Next off, you'll play, of course, Spellbook of Secrets, double copies, and of course double copies of Spellbook of Knowledge. This card is your Spellbook engine right here. Works really well with Blue Boy, of course, and helps you draw 2 more cards, which is really, really good. And last but not least, I'm playing the 1 instant game card, Scapegoat. I'm a big fan of Scapegoat. I'm trying something very new. I feel like this card can win games on its own, which is really crazy. It's just like one of those guarantee win cons that you can draw. Easy access to any rank 4 link monsters. Easy access to any link 4 monsters, which is absolutely incredible. Scapegoat is in here, so that way that you're guaranteed to play aggressively when it comes to your turn on the following turn, which is insane, right? So Scapegoat is just pretty nice, and that's pretty much rounds off for the spells. Before we get started with the traps, guys, make sure you guys get the brand new Sacred Beast Demon God playmat today. Hit the link down below. This week only. Make sure you guys use the coupon code GOD10 for 10% off your Sacred Beast playmat. Alright guys, let's get started with the traps. Traps, of course, double Eternal Soul, and also the 1 copy of Magician Navigation. I've never changed this ratio. I think this ratio is perfect. You can always add this card from your graveyard to the top of your deck using Soul Servant's ability. Navigation, this card isn't really that great. It's only good for its negation effect. I felt like its primary effect doesn't really come out too often, but if you need to see this card, you can always search this card. Primarily, I always want to send Magician Navigation to the graveyard with Soul's ability, so that way I have an extra negate on my opponent's turn to negate any spell or trap card that might pose a threat against me. So I believe this is the perfect ratio for this Dark Magician lineup. 2 Souls and 1 Navigation. Next off, for your really great cards going first, triple Solemn Strike. I love this card right here. I'm a fan of Solemn Strike for this deck, and the reason why I play Solemn Strike in this deck is because I'm playing some of the most craziest floodgates ever. So we got Skill Drain right here, but I feel like the best floodgate in today's metagame definitely has to be Goals and Match. Basically, if you guys don't know what this card does, is that you and your opponent can only control 1 attribute. Majority of your extra deck is dark, so Goals and Match doesn't hurt you at all. A lot of combo decks in today's metagame play a lot of different attributes. Cards like Needle Fiber, Martial Metal Marcher, Jet Synchron, all those cards have different attributes. Hero the Arclight. These cards in your opponent's extra deck all have different attributes. So once they summon that first monster, Needle Fiber, activate Goals and Match. Like, what are you going to do at that point? And if you're going second, the combination of Solemn Strike and Goals and Match is ridiculous, because against decks that build boards, it will be like Appaloosa, which does not kill your deck at all. Appaloosa is a joke against your deck. Appaloosa doesn't do anything. It doesn't even count as a negate, because all you have to do is Eternal Soul Circle. Literally, Appaloosa is gone. The only thing that poses a threat against you is Borosword Savage. So what you can do is that you can activate Goals and Match. Borosword Savage will force a negate. You can activate Solemn Strike. That clears your entire board. They're left with 1 monster, and that 1 monster can be easily cleared using Circle, and Eternal Soul combo. It's no problem going second with this deck if you have combination of Solemn Strike or Goals in Match, right? If you go first, see Skill Drain, you can activate Skill Drain. This card wins game on its own, which is absolutely incredible. So Skill Drain and Goals in Match. The only thing that Skills in Match is not good against is probably Salamangreats, but majority of the meta is Eldritch and also Adamantispators anyways, and Goals in Match is really great against those decks, especially if they get access to your extra deck. Once they summon that extra deck monster, Goals in Match, it is pretty much game, but it's pretty good going second. And remember, these cards can be easily activated on the exact same turn using the Dark Magician Fusion's ability, which is incredible. So maximize yourself and actually playing traps is actually very important. So triple Goals in Match, Kill Drain, triple Solemn Strike, and last but not least, a card that helps me combat going second is triple Infinite Impermanence as well. I feel like this card is just a really great universal hand trap. This trap lineup can also be replaceable with hand traps, but I felt like this deck prioritizes going first. And if you're going first and you're able to make your Dark Magician Fusion right here, being able to see more trap cards or more spell cards is absolutely incredible. So you guys don't have to play these trap cards if you guys are not comfortable with it, but I feel like maximize someone actually playing traps, especially if utilizing the fusion ability, is absolutely essential because you can activate it on the exact same turn, and this card just helps you draw more cards going first, which is incredible, right? But in Perm, really great universal trap card to help you go second, and going first, it's just a pretty awesome trap card that you can set. So that's pretty much it for your trap cards, and that rounds off our main deck. How about the extra deck? You want Fusion, the Dark Magicians, absolutely incredible, helps you draw multiple cards, one on your turn, one on your opponent's turn. Really awesome ability, and when it dies, you special summon Dark Magician Grow and also a Dark Magician directly from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So the Dark Magicians is just absolutely insane. Next off your XCs, Ebon, very standard. Draco Sack, number 11 big guy, and last but not least, I am playing the one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon right here. Pretty awesome rank 7 XCs package right here, which is really good. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon can surprisingly win game. This card can surprisingly win games, which is really crazy. So that's pretty much it. And Draco Sack becomes really important because it gives you tokens. You can make stuff with the tokens, which is really good. It can also pop stuff too, which is really nice. And like I said, guys, the majority of your extra deck monsters are what? They're darks. So literally, Goals in Match doesn't hurt your deck whatsoever, right? So that's pretty much it. Next off, Access Code Talker. Card's really crazy for OTKs, and it's also a dark under Goals in Match, which is pretty good. Avra Max right here, you can easily make this with IP. Unicorn, these are your IP targets, which is really amazing. Access Code is just pretty good follow for OTKs, but Unicorn is a card that I'm making the most off IP anyways. IP Masquerena, this combo is really amazing because IP with Eternal Soul and also Dark Magical Circle is 2 interruptions, because you go Eternal Soul and bring a Dark Magician, and they're all darks by the way. You banish one off Circle, and then you go Masquerena into Unicorn, which is a dark, to bounce back another card. So that's 2 interruption, easy. IP combination with Circle and Eternal Soul is my favorite, hands down. Iria, which is really good. Blue Boy is a water, so you can easily summon her with Blue Boy and then revive back Needle Fiber to make Access Code Talker. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, these cards you can easily make off the Scapegoat tokens, which is really good, and also off the Draco Sack tokens as well. Double Link Spider. The Link Spider is really important because you can send Dark Magician to the graveyard to make Link. You can turn the Draco Sack tokens to Link Spider and also the Scapegoat tokens. Last but not least, Link Rebo. You're playing Souls, which is level 1, and your Scapegoat tokens are also level 1s as well. So this pretty much rounds off for your extra deck, and I believe this deck is absolutely perfect and is the most competitive Dark Magician that I've been testing for quite some time, and this deck is straight heat, straight fire, in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely phenomenal. And this is my competitive Dark Magician deck profile for the 2020 format. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Smash thumbs up button, get your awesome Sacred Beast playmat today in the link down below as well, and do not forget to use the coupon code to get 10% off your Sacred Beast playmat this week only. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
Be sure to get your playmat today at tsx1.com.